Welcome to the Dream Factory. It's your boy Vector, and I'm here to tell you exactly who I am and what exactly are the 6 principles I've been going on about. Let's get into it. So, as you know, my name is Vector, and I'm a multi-skilled creative and a creative consultant. For the past 16 years, I've acquired skills in the areas of videography, photography, music production and mixing, upcycle sustainable fashion, events management, and web app development. That's not including visual effects, motion. Let's not get into that. I am what you call a jack of all trades and master of them all. During all of this, I spent a significant amount of time doing my own research into creativity. I truly believe if everyone was to bring their creative source onto the table, then there wouldn't be a technological, social, or economical problem that we couldn't fix collectively. And maybe we'll get to a point where our differences will bring us closer together instead of further apart. Now, all of this research collated into what I call the 6 principles of creative sustainability. These are 6 concepts that every creative needs to turn their creative craft from a hobby to a lifestyle. Now, I'm going to be very brief and only mention the essentials, because if not, we'll be here all year. These principles are like an iceberg. Simple, beautiful, and elegant on the surface, but hold so much depth the deeper you go into it. The 6 principles are split into 2 parts, which I like to call the external parts and the internal parts, which basically means the things that you put into the world and the things that you put into yourself. Starting with the external part, you have 3 principles, beginning with crafting what you offer. You need to push everything out, everything. The expectations, the trends, the analytics, the suggestions, everything, until nothing is left apart from you and your craft. From that space, you can figure out what your values are and how that fits in with the message that you want to offer through your craft. Then we can move on to the next principle, understanding value. This consists of understanding your worth, understanding what your audience loves about your personal craft, and of course, understanding how to create income to sustain yourself. Finally, to round up the external principles, we have the story you tell. Because, like Getz famously said, if you don't tell your story, they will tell it for you. Connecting with people to build an audience, fan base, or community all starts within the stories that we tell within our content and within our craft. Logically, we can say that this translates into marketing, brand identity, brand strategy, but I've always seen it as creatives, we put a little bit of ourselves into what we create. And I believe the people that resonate with our creations have that same piece inside of them. So essentially, through sharing your story, you're able to find your tribe. Moving on to the 3 internal principles, they're not linear, so need to be thought about from the very beginning. In no particular order, let's start with handling feedback. Like it or not, feedback is a given for any creative path, whether it's at the beginning, during the creation process, or at the end when you share it to the world. Your relationship to feedback and how you use it to develop your craft is something we all need to master as creatives. Education, education, education. I don't think I need to say anymore. Educating ourselves is the only way to stay ahead and to ensure that we are at the peak of our abilities. Last, but in no way least, having a growth mindset, because everything we create starts with a seed within us. And if our mind isn't a fertile ground to nurture that seed, nothing will ever grow. So, that's the 6 principles, and this is the Dream Factory, a place where I hope we can explore them together.